G'day everyone, this is Jermyn, aka The Terrible Aussie, and welcome back to the latest episode of the Tubi Tuesdays podcast, the podcast where my co-hosts and I randomly watch one of the weird, wacky, wonderful, or bad movies that are currently on the streaming service Tubi and do an audio commentary for them. And with me, as always, is one of my co-hosts, the one, the only, Super Marcey. Hello, Marcey, how are you?
Hey, doing alright, thanks. How are you going?
Oh, not too bad, thanks. Just got home from work not too long ago and had a bit of lunch and maybe vomited a little bit because of the movie we are about to watch for this episode, which I am absolutely terrified about at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll leave that to we'll find out what that movie is from our second co-host, who, of course, is everyone's favorite son of a batch all the way from Canada. And that, of course, is Batch. Hello, Batch. How are you?
Good day, guys. And I am so sorry for this week's movie. I got to be honest, full disclosure, I spent like 3 hours last night scouring some of the gems and worstest piece of shit on Tubi I could find to get the right one. So, knowing you two like I do, this checks two huge boxes. One, this is a Steven Seagal film.
Yes.
And two, I have long wanted to start doing commentaries with like movies with professional wrestlers in them. So this checks two boxes.
Yes.
So this week's film is Sniper Special Ops, starring Steven Seagal and Van Damme, but not Jean-Claude Van Damme. No, it is Rob Van Damme.
It is Rob Van Damme.
I'm just disappointed it's not the sniper that starred Tom Berenger and Billy Zane. That's all I'm going to say.
Now, is this the same franchise? Is this the same series?
I think it's a completely different franchise, hence why it has the Special Ops subtitle to it.
I don't even know.
Where does this stand in the Sniper Cinematic Universe?
I'm going to say this is going to be like the spin-off to maybe a character who's played by either Seagal or Van Damme, Rob Van Damme, I should say. It's probably mentioned in like the third or fourth or fifth movie, and then they were like, they mentioned this character's name, let's make an entire movie based on this person, which I assume is probably how this whole movie most likely happened.
So I'm surprised this isn't like a spin-off on Hulu.
Exactly. Actually, even before this movie, I've heard of this movie for a while, and I honestly thought for a bit it might have been part of the Sniper franchise, but I found out it wasn't, which is to my disappointment.
I'm sad.
Now this is also not peak Seagal era. This is like this is modern day Seagal. So
yes, this is what you. Sorry, go ahead.
What you get is what you get with him.
Exactly. Yep. This is the goal of the past 5 years. And if you follow Seagal's directory from the early 2000s to now, he's been doing a lot of direct-to-video, or I should say straight-to-VOD movies now. And the thing is, like, he's probably only in like 30% of them because the other 70% are either his body double or a voiceover actor who sounds a lot like him, just doing voiceovers. And
I wish I had my.
And the thing is, though, I've seen videos, and he even uses his body double to do simple things like walking from one side of the room to the other. It's bizarre.
I wish I had my soundboard up and ready because I would have hit the Scott Steiner. He's back.
But yeah, I've seen a few of Seagal's straight to DVD movies, and yeah, some of them are awful. So I'm expecting nothing but the worst for Sniper's Special Ops.
As for Rob Van Damme, I am in just the right state of mind to enjoy a Rob Van Damme movie. What about you, Marcy?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty much there.
Okay.
Although we'll probably by the end of it be wishing it was Jean-Claude Van Damme. but yeah, I think we'll get the show running.
Yes.
So our listeners and fans can hear us in paid for the next 90 minutes. But for our listeners out there who have never listened to our episodes of Tubi Tuesdays before, what you do, if you have... Yeah, exactly. How dare you? If you have Tubi, we're going to be watching the movie from there. So we're going to be starting it from the very start. So that way... the commentary you're listening to will be in sync with the movie if you're watching it with and listening to us at the same time. Although I'm pretty sure you'll be able to enjoy it on its own without watching the movie, and that's probably for the best. But just to let our listeners know, and you probably already know this anyway, but we will say it again, is that since Tubi is a free streaming service, they do play ads at certain points throughout the film. So since Marcy and I and Batch are watching the movie from separate countries, there will be ads, but they might pop up at different points. Like one of us might have ads, but the other person doesn't.
Yep.
So, as usually, there's 2 episodes of Tubi Tuesdays. They always turn into massive train wrecks during the course of them, but that adds to the fun and hilarity of this series of podcasts.
It does.
I'm ready. Sorry, go ahead, Batch.
And it's little details like that is the reason why we are the #1 international Tubi podcast commentary show.
Yes.
Hosted by two Australians and a Canadian.
Yes. So in that category, we are #1.
We are number one.
And we're the original and the best. Just saying. Exactly.
And the worst.
Yes. But we'll get right to it. All right, so we're all ready for this disease to inflict us.
Unfortunately, yes.
All righty, so I'll count us down, and we'll play the movie when I say go. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I was hoping Tubi would crash this movie.
Poor Lionsgate, what were they thinking?
They don't care most of the time.
I mean, this movie probably cost about $100 to make it, so they probably made their money back.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they probably just went out to Arizona for a weekend and filmed this movie.
They probably just shot it out front. Even though we haven't watched the movie, actual movie hasn't started yet, I'm making the assumption they probably shot it all in the front of Seagal's house.
Probably.
And he was there for a legit 1 hour, then he left. They had to get all of the scenes.
They just shot it from multiple angles again and again.
They just shot him in the one position because he's like, okay, I'm leaving, bye.
Well, it was in his contract. He got to be sitting in 75% of the scenes.
Yeah.
I mean, just blew up.
Yeah.
I mean, this movie's already a car crash and it begins with one.
Yeah.
I think we're at the Taliban headquarters or something. I don't know.
Archival footage.
I don't know, isn't this from 2016? Why are they still making a Taliban movie?
Because, Seagal's mind is still in the 2000s.
Because America!
America!
Fuck yeah!
Rob Van Dam.
Not Jean-Claude Van Damme.
No. At one point, when I was younger, I legit thought they were related. But they do look very alike, similar.
Rob Van Dam should play Jean-Claude Van Damme in a biopic.
Done. The helicopter.
And it looks like there's multiple helicopters, and it looks like they've been there for a while.
And this movie stars a bunch of people I've never heard of.
They're probably actors that they just got off the street.
But this is probably a lot of people who were just in Washington's favorite movie.
We got Jason Shane Scott, but not Jason Scott Lee. I'm disappointed.
Well,
here's our sniper. There's one Seagal close-up that he was there for.
I'm going to make bets throughout this entire movie. Seagal is just sitting at least 90% of it. Was this movie probably meant to be like a mockbuster of American Sniper? Because I know that came out before this.
Like the Asylum's version of American Sniper.
Yeah. Even this scene kind of looks resentment of a scene from that movie. I swear Seagal's sunglasses are CGI. They just look weird. That guy's drinking whiskey.
They just filmed him for like 30 seconds, but like made it like, you know, last.
Exactly.
He was shot.
That's a Mexican guy. That's a Mexican guy dressed as a Taliban guy.
Mm-hmm.
The magic of Hollywood.
And he was shot with no blood.
They're weird.
Oh, now there is. Yes, they do.
I'm pretty sure that's a water puddle. I'm pretty sure that was a water puddle back there.
Pretty bad sniper when you don't even snipe him between the eyes, mate.
Yeah, I mean, look at the sunglasses. Look at them. They're blurred out. You know what I think it is? I think it's probably the camera crew reflected in the sunglasses. And they probably blurred them out.
There he is.